Providence College Divinity Professor James Keating. Professor Keating, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Now, just 3 votes this time around before electing Leo XIV. What does that say to you?
It says that he must have made a great impression in the time before the conclave.
You were hesitant in saying that an American would become a pope. I think that surprised many people. Can you kind of explain that?
Well, the Vatican is in Europe, obviously. It's got a European feel to it. It's not American. Anyone who's been there, it doesn't have an American feel. Also, the idea that America is a superpower, controls many things. So the idea of an American pope was surprising. Now, this is a unique kind of an American who spent a good deal of his professional life in Latin America. And the story about the thing that people were saying about him, because he was one of the people that they were thinking, he wasn't at the top of the list,
right,
but he was in the list, is that he's the least American, that he had a global view. But he also had the informality of Americans, which people like, and also the efficiency. It's a major part of the job of being Pope is to run the government of the Vatican.
Right. Now, can you tell us about his leanings and his teachings? I know that Francis was more of a progressive pope. Do you think that we're going to see the same?
When you think of the word progressive, what you're really referring to in the American context, do you emphasize the social teachings of the Catholic Church or more of the life teachings and sexual teachings and things like that? There's no question that Francis, although he upheld traditional, teachings of the Catholic Church in the life areas and also the sexual areas as well, he emphasized the global ones, the environment, poverty, those matters. I suspect Leo XIV is going to follow in those footsteps. Is
that just the trend that you think the Catholic Church in general is going in?
The Catholic Church is more global than it's ever been, and a lot of the, 3/4 of Catholics live in the Southern Hemisphere. Their concerns are different from a first world concerns. And so sure, you're going to see more of an emphasis on the kinds of issues that you would find in more developing countries.
Are you aware of any controversy surrounding his time in priesthood?
Well, there's some, I don't know the details there. We had the crisis of priestly sexual abuse.
Right.
And he's not involved directly with that, but then there's always the issue of exactly, what you knew, when you knew it. I believe there's things like that. I think they're quite distant. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but I have heard that I'm sure right now there are people looking very deeply into that. I suspect they had done their homework and found that there's no real issue here. I
was going to say, you would assume everyone kind of on that list was probably looked into very closely.
Yes.
We saw the ceremonies today. They were big, beautiful ceremonies, a huge cheering crowd. What's next for the newly elected Pope?
Well, he's going to have to begin to be Pope, so he's going to give his first talk. Today, he gave a very brief talk, and it was clear that he emphasized 2 things, and I think we're going to see this in the coming days. Peace, right, and unity. I think he's going to emphasize. Now, but what he means by unity there, is it unity within the Catholic Church? It's unity amongst the human family. We don't know yet exactly where he's going to put his emphasis, but I suspect that he's going to begin to signal the themes of his pontificate very soon in those first sort of public lectures that he'll give.
I do remember that Pope Francis came to America, I believe it was either 2014 or 2015, sometime around then, and went to a few of our states. Since this Pope is from the U.S., do you think that we can expect a visit?
Most certainly. He'll go to Chicago. I couldn't imagine not.
Yeah.
And it will be a big deal, obviously. I mean, Chicago's a very Catholic city, great Catholic history, and he's going to go there, and it's going to be quite something.
All right. Well, Professor Keating, thanks for joining us and providing us with your insight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And our coverage will continue throughout the evening and on air, as well as on our website at turnto10.com. Coming up